Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So first question is describe the network carrier and how integrated cargo network operate. Okay, network carriers operate a network of scheduled air services to and from their airports. Passengers and cargo can be carried between any 2 points on their network using single or multiple flights. Alliance partner may fly one or more leg of a multi-sector trip and may sell sectors that they do not operate. Most network carriers use a major hub airport through which they schedule short and long haul flights, as many as possible connecting with each other without too long connection times. Long haul passenger flights are generally operated deep-bodied aircraft with a sizable lower deck hold for cargo. These are supplemented by freighter aircraft flights serving the denser air cargo markets. The loads on the long haul flights are, wherever possible, increased by connecting with short or medium haul passenger feeder flights. This means that connecting cargo has to be fed into the hubs by trucks. The integrated carrier business model was based on the following main elements. Okay, firstly is door-to-door. Second, fast and reliable transport. Third is guaranteed delivery times. And fourth is tracking system. In addition, parcel would be delivered to hub airport by small aircraft or trucks and sorted using automated handling system before being flown to a destination airport or another regional hub for final distribution. Over time, 4 companies have come to dominate the integrated market. So-called integrated exists at a national or regional level, but entry in the truly global market now requires a very large investment in aircraft, vehicles, IT system, and handling infrastructure in many different countries. These are formidable barriers to entry even for those companies already having some of the necessary investment in place. Airlines, for example, lack the surface transport infrastructure and freight forwarders, the airport facilities and aircraft. Okay, so number 2. Explain the ideal low-cost carrier are able to provide more service to freight forwarder. LCC stands for low-cost carrier, referring to a kind of airline. These are typically described as cheaper, no-frills or budget airlines. The flight types that LCC provides are generally short-haul, with the majority of the booking being made online. Most LCCs operate short or medium-haul routes with narrow-bodied aircraft such as the B737-700 or A319, A320. These aircraft have very limited lower deck cargo capacity. Southwest Airlines in the US was the first LCC and now the longest lasting. It originally declined to take any cargo, but with the advent of slightly larger aircraft changed this. This helped cut down costs in maintenance, repairs, training pilots, and room to receive deals from manufacturers. Landing times are kept as short as possible. The shorter the landing time, the quicker the turnaround time. More trips equal more work for the staff, more passenger, and more money coming into the airline. Maintenance costs, non-essential features are removed. Secondary airports with lower landing fees and marketing supports are used. Rapid flight turnaround, which is more flights per day. There are 2 benefits we can get from LCC, which is cheap. Suitable for its name LCC, it's offering a low-cost freight forwarding service. Okay, second is cheaper parking. For example, LCC usually fly into a small airport and it will charge a cheap parking. Difference with larger airport will charge expensive cost. Okay, so let's move to the third question. From your understanding, describe any Etihad cargo product that has managed to encourage more shipper to use air freight in their logistics process. There are many products Etihad introduced to worldwide for air freight services. Okay, first is Flyculture. Flyculture is a specialized transportation service for rare and precious artworks, sculptures, and musical instruments. They will transfer valuables safely, securely, and discreetly around the world. There are 3 types of material handling in this Flyculture, which is dedicated pallets and cooled room storage at the temperature required. Second is priority delivery at destination and confirmation of arrival. And third is monitored through the Abu Dhabi cargo terminal by a dedicated trained Etihad cargo handling team. The second product for Etihad is From Alive. Etihad is the first carrier in the Middle East to be awarded IATA Centers of Excellence for Independent Validators (CEIV) certification in pharmaceutical logistics. They use specially designed temperature-controlled equipment. There are three types for the material handling. Okay, firstly is prioritized ground handling and loading. Second is temperature-controlled storage and cargo hold temperature device in the aircraft. And third is trained and experienced ground handling. Okay, the third item is the third product is Fresh Forward. Fresh Forward is designed to make the process of moving fresh fruit, vegetables, dairy fish, meats, and flowers simple. First carrier in the Middle East to be awarded the IATA CEIV. There are three types of material handling, which is expedited ram handling at oil point, dedicated perishable center in Abu Dhabi, and third is shipment transported from aircraft to storage with priority. Okay, number four is live animals. Animals are transported by air because it is the quickest and safest mode of transportation. From family pets to global conservation projects, Etihad Cargo provide customized solution for transporting animals. Okay, three types of the material handling is strictly adhere to all regulation to ensure the safest treatment of all species entrusted in our care. Second is climate control and pressurized compartments to ensure maximum comfort in the aircraft hold. And the third is dedicated handling pallet built up and ram transport by specially trained staff. Okay, 5 products for Etihad is Flight Valet. Every year, hundreds of vehicles are transported by Etihad Cargo on passengers and freighter aircraft. Your car can even be picked up and delivered right to your door. Okay, the 3 material handling is fast and secure, airport to airport transportation, trained staff, and charter services available for large vehicle fleets. Okay, for the 6th product is Safeguard. Etihad dedicated service for transporting valuable cargo is Safeguard. It ensures that your most valuable possessions are protected. 3 material handlings, which is fast and secure airport to airport transportation. Second is transported in sealed valuable cargo boxes or containers. And third is priority boarding and offloading with alerts and security escort. Okay, for the last products for Etihad is Airmail. Airmail and e-commerce services make sending letters and packages simple for business. Regardless of how big or small your company is, they will make sure your products get to your customer quickly. Okay, 3 material handling that are provided, which is Etihad offer an express mail service for urgent shipping. Second is send letters and packages to the Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, or the Americas. Okay, and third, deliver to 100 destination all of the listed product from Etihad and the way they handling their customer goods. We know why they got certificates and awards in the Middle East as prestigious air cargo. Okay, so let's move to the 4th question, which is the issue in air cargo capacity is when traffic begins to pick up. Freight rate can move up again quite rapidly as shortage of capacity appear on same routes. Give your opinion in the recovery process of gaining back air freight demand. Okay, it's still unclear when the industry will fully recover from COVID-19, but all estimates suggest it will take several years, especially for intercontinental leisure passenger traffic. The current pandemic has had a significant economic impact on average citizens, and discretionary expenses such as travel will be the first to go. Vacation and visits to friends are relative, will almost certainly be domestic rather than international. So let's talk about how the recovery process will work. In my opinion, in today's logistic market, freight forwarder must act quickly to increase sales and differentiate themselves from competitors. However, since 2019, the logistic industry and other economic activities have been impacted by the pandemic situation. However, what distinguishes one freight forwarder from another? Regardless of a freight forwarding company's size or global reach, many other factors can help it become more popular with customers. A successful business means you were able to attract and convert your target market into customer through factors the highest the demand. The greater the market will grow. Okay, so the first is recognize the market. Freight forwarders need to analyze and understand about the market to reach success. Having an effective communication is the step number 1 to make people engage with your company. A team with wide experience in freight forwarding understand what your target audience is looking for. Okay, second is efficient networking. Communication is key to success in the freight forwarding business. Agents need to be in contact with other agents around the world to make freight happen efficiently. The most successful freight forwarding business are member of logistic networks. Okay, number 3 is creating connections. Investing in building and maintaining relationship is so important for the freight forwarding market. Put all your efforts on developing custom-based service. Show your customer that your team is open to listening to them and working around their necessities. Okay, number 4 is put money into your differentials. A successful freight forwarding company will most likely boost their sale if they know what their differentials are and work around them. If you are a smaller freight forwarding business, base your service on the personal and more intimate contact you can offer your clients. During this pandemic, there are high competency among freight forwarders, so those are how to recover the air cargo demand and increase the demand also. Okay, so let's move to the last question, which is the chances for air cargo demand to grow certainly be closely linked to gross domestic product and trade growth for one country. How does GDP relate to the air cargo demand? Okay. The total monetary or market value of all finished goods and services produced within a country border in a given time period is known as GDP. The gross domestic product is a metric for determining a country's economic output. Countries with higher GDPs generate more goods and services and, as a result, have a higher standard of living. As a result, many citizens and political leaders regard GDP growth as a key indicator of national success, using the terms of economic growth and GDP growth interchangeably. However, argue that GDP should not be used as a proxy for overall economic success, much less the success of a society in general due to various limitations. So what is the relation between trade growth and GDP? One of the most important aspects of a country's gross domestic product, GDP, is its trade balance. When there is a trade surplus, GDP rises because the total value of goods and services exported by the domestic producer exceed the total value of goods and services imported by the domestic consumer. So from the statement I taught before here, we can see that when GDP and trade growth in a good level or increasing rapidly, so there will be a good demand. Service demand are others, so that's why when GDP and trade growth increasing, air cargo demand also increased. Okay. For example, during this pandemic situation, many countries are infected by COVID-19. So one of the way to prevent those virus, we should wear a mask, do vaccination, and consume health product. So they will need air cargo services to import those kind of goods. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.